Describe two consequences of the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. 8 marks. This is the mark scheme for this question, which you can find out about in more detail in the overview video. But we do know that 4 marks are available for AO2, which is your analysis of consequence. So essentially, what happened as a result of the event, and why was it significant? Why was it important? To explain that, you need to be relying on AO1, which is also worth 4 marks, and that's for your knowledge and understanding of the period. So using evidence from your own knowledge to explain the consequence and explain why it's significant. It's that kind of detailed explanation using your own knowledge which shows that you can be analytical, and that is how you score highly on this question. You also need to demonstrate detailed knowledge, so using evidence from your own knowledge is really, really important to score highly. There are lots of different points you could make when answering this question, so as long as what you say is correct and relevant, the examiner will give you the marks. But let's take a look at some examples of points that you could have made. So one important consequence was that nuclear war had been averted. And if you want to explain that in more detail, you can say that it instilled in both sides a fear of having come so close. So maybe you could talk about no more brinkmanship. They were more willing to be diplomatic than to try and push each other to the very edge. And that encouraged the creation of more diplomatic channels, such as the Moscow-Washington hotline in 1963, all of which was about trying to avoid similar crises in the future. Now, that's been taken in detail, which you probably won't have space to do in the paper, but you can see there that we've developed to the point, we've used evidence from our own knowledge and tried to really explain why that was so important and what was so significant about it. Take a look at the rest of the points though to see if there's anything you could have added to your answer.